And no gold. Yay.
You're live. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Yes, hell.
We're back. Welcome to Sane Sunday Live on Saneauto. We've got news from last week. We've got news for what's going to be going on next week. We have shout outs. We have channel reviews. Our moderator is going to get her computer so she can moderate the chat.
Yeah, I'll kick you out of here if you don't behave yourself. I think.
Mill Hill Mud Mowers, hello. You were a big part of the news this week. You hit the big 1K. While we were in live chat on James Cox's live for the official I Am a Creator live, which this is, we're carrying the torch on Sundays. He does Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the I Am Creator community. Hello, Camaro time.
Hi.
Great to see you here. So
give me a minute. I'm kind of lost here.
Yeah, we do dual duty. We do the hashtag Sane community and the I Am Creator community on Sundays, while James Cox does the I Am Creator community on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, of course, this is for people to get together and support each other. Deborah Bussell, hello. How are you doing? Right, aren't we all? Camaro Time says it's always great to be here. We're very busy. Yes, we know. We know the struggle.
And I'm trying to get my ducks in a line, but as always, I am a little bit confused at what I'm doing.
Yep, we did last week. I didn't have my notes for last week. So let me pull it up here. We can see what we did last week. A recap for the news. That ain't the page I wanted.
I got some news about my YouTube page that I've had for a while. I was just a consumer and now decided to do something with it.
Yes, she has an announcement to make. Her Carol Sane page is going to be a
makeup channel. Go figure. Like we need another one of those. But hey.
She does receive a lot of samples, free samples from vendors. And she had been just opening those and going through
enjoying
them.
And
So now you're going to be sharing that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to share what I'm going to tell you what the good ones are and what the bad ones are. And for example, well, I'm not going to go into that right now, but
she will go into that on her channel. However, she'll give you all the details of what's going on with her makeup samples and what's good, what's not.
And I'm going to have some tips. I'm just an average woman. And these things can be very confusing. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't claim to be. I'm going to use the tips that I get from the makeup artist to see if I can recreate what they do. And we're going to see what happens. Probably a lot of epic fails, but it'll be fun.
All right, so to recap on Saneauto, last week we started out the week with, of course, the I Am Creator Sane Community live stream on Sunday, Sane Sunday live stream. And we did the shout outs and the comments and the page reviews. Monday, let's see, what was Monday? Now I'm lost.
Monday was the day before Tuesday.
Wasn't it, though?
Yeah.
Look at the calendar here.
And the day after Sunday.
11, 12, 11, 12. We did the 1908 Indian motorcycle on Monday. And, whoo, those things have big racing history, racing heritage. Those guys racing those things, more cojones than me. If you look at the motorcycles and see, you'll notice that there's no front brakes and very little rear brakes.
Oh, I wouldn't get
to
on
be going
one of
as
those
fast
to
as a
save my
motorcycle,
life.
yeah, going as fast as a motorcycle would go in that day, which was a lot faster than the cars at the time, with little or no brakes. I guess when you ran into something and came to a sudden stop, you didn't need brakes.
Yeah, they didn't have helmets back then either.
Yeah, well, they had like these
Leather things.
leather, yeah.
Not very protective.
Wow. No wonder the average lifespan was a lot shorter than nowadays. It's still a lot shorter for mechanics than it is for regular people. I'm way past my due, but I'm retired from that now, so maybe
Yeah,
that'll make a
I'm
difference.
keeping you. You're not going to end up underneath a car smushed.
So then Tuesday we had the 1941 Cadillac convertible. Did I just say Cadillac? See, all the bloopers are included right here because we're live. The 1941 Cadillac convertible. That thing was the first generation of the Series 62 Cadillacs. And
Camaro time. Next to her name, you'll see, if you put your cursor on top of it, you'll see 3 little dots. You just click there and you go right to the channel.
Well, you click on the 3 dots and then will appear a little tab that says
go to channel, report, and block.
So be careful not to hit report or block. You want to go to the very first one on the top is go to channel. That'll take you right to the channel. And it'll open it in another tab so you don't lose the live. When you get done, you can just close that extra tab and you're right back to the live tab. So we had the 1941 Cadillac convertible on Tuesday. We had the mystery car that we've been waiting and holding back the whole time. The last one we released from the museum was the 1999 GM EV1. This thing was a survivor from the genocide that GM committed on their own vehicles.
Yeah, that was awful. How many are left?
It's a big controversy because there was only 40 of them saved from the crusher, and not all 40 had survived, and GM insisted on anyone, like museums and ones in the Smithsonian Institute, and a couple at colleges, that sort of thing, they insisted on disabling them by removing some of the components, things like that, so they couldn't backward engineer everything.
No problem, Camaro time.
And they wouldn't be able to actually drive these things on the street. They wouldn't be able to.
And by the way, you can call me Carol.
They wouldn't be able to show the capabilities and that sort of thing. For whatever reason, GM had decided to kill that program and kill everything to do with it. Luckily, other people got involved with the electric vehicles, and we've already, even though these cars were way ahead of their time and performed way better than even some of the modern electric cars, don't perform as well as these do yet. But luckily we have some now, like the Teslas, and even the Tesla 3, which is now in the same kind of price range as this was. we have some vehicles, electric vehicles, that are not 100,000 plus vehicles. They're down there 35, 40,000 plus vehicles. And even GM has started again with another electric vehicle. They're the only of the big three that have an electric vehicle now that comes anywhere close to competing with a Tesla, and that is this year the Chevy Bolt. Not the Volt, but the Bolt. We could do I wish we could find one of the earlier Chevy Volts. We could do a whole video on the Volt.
Mudhill added a link in the channel on his 1,000th subscriber thank you video.
Awesome. Yes, we need to get that video and share it. And of course, we launched the Sane Enterprises channel. We finally did a launch. We finally did a video for that, a trailer video for the Sane Enterprises, and launched that. And it is going to be nothing but the community building, no automotive at all, nothing but community building.
You need to see this one. This is so sweet of Camaro time.
Sharing other people's videos and talking about other people and shout outs and stuff. Okay, Camaro Time says, Saneauto, that Caddy and electric one were something else. You guys did a great job on those videos. Man, we really appreciate the compliments, Camaro Time.
We do what we do for you guys.
And for the people that own the vehicles. And for the vehicles themselves, because we have done this, we have made this mistake ourselves too. We've built some nice vehicles and stuff and didn't take enough photos, didn't do any videos, and then something happened to that, or it got sold, and then something happened to it. I had a S10 one time. It was a 4.8 liter V6, and we did a high-rise tunnel ram intake with 2 4-barrels on it. We completely repainted the thing in a nice red. It was the extended cab S10. We did the blacked out tail lights. We did the custom headlights with marker lights and stuff. We replaced the wheels and tires on it. The thing did a complete transformation, and it looked awesome. And we sold it to a guy that he turned out that was his dream vehicle. He'd always dreamed of getting one and doing all the same stuff to it. And so when he found out about it, he couldn't wait, chomping at the bit to get hold of that truck. And he did get hold of it. We also did an overdrive transmission in it. And it was probably 4 or 6 months later. We took a few pictures when we were doing the project on that, but not nearly enough. And it was less than 6 months after he bought it, and he was driving around, and somebody hit him and totaled the thing. So it's gone, lost forever, and never really got a video or enough photos of it. And he didn't either, because he was meaning to do so and never got around to it. He didn't think it was going to get hit that soon. And we can't help but think about that every time we video some of these people, and that gets us into news for next week. Well, let me finish up this week. If we don't do something about videoing and photographing and filming these vehicles, that could happen to each one of these vehicles that we video, and if we hadn't videoed them, it could have been lost. Be that as it may, Friday we did another repair video. We haven't been doing a lot of repair videos, but it was more of an explanation of how to diagnose video for one of our transmission parts customers. Was it Friday or Thursday? I think it was Thursday I did that. And because I thought that would be something that would help people a lot more than just that one customer. It seemed like a question. His question was about, he had replaced the mode switch on the side of the transmission. He was still having transmission problems and wanted to know what else it could be causing his problems, because he wanted to, of course, explore everything electrical and on the outside of the transmission before he went condemning the transmission, which is an incredibly expensive repair. So we did that video. And if you're experiencing transmission problems and you want to know a few things to check before taking it to a shop or swapping the transmission out, then you can watch that video and it gives you a few clues of things to check yourself before condemning the transmission. And then on Friday, we did it as an experiment, and it was automotive related. We rebroadcast through our channel, and I can't tell you how to do this because I had to figure it out, and I can't remember all the steps of how I did it, but we managed to rebroadcast live feed of the Tesla Roadster floating around orbiting in space, which it has a bunch of booms sticking out from it that you can see that have cameras on the ends of the booms. It is literally a car floating around in space. This is so many firsts.
And it has a driver. His name is Starman, by the way.
Yes. So Starman is out there, and he's just like propped up and one hand on the steering wheel and it's convertible too. So he's out there just cruising around.
Whipping it around.
Just cruising around, orbiting in space. So that's just pretty neat. And we may do that again at some point if I can figure out how to do it again. But with music and some commentary and stuff like that, maybe I'll voice over some. Maybe I'll. Well, I can't voice it over because it's going to be live to live. Maybe I can sit there while it's living and read and go over some history of Tesla and the Tesla that it is.
Would be awesome too.
And well, maybe
anything
some of that too.
Space related would be
because
awesome.
my dad actually did work on Titan II missiles and stuff. He's a rocket and jet propulsion specialist. So there's some history there as well. Anyhow, that was pretty neat. And it got more views than any of our other stuff too. So way cool. And a lot of y'all guys put some really neat comments on there.
Okay, right here.
Yes, it is Camaro time. You are absolutely correct. Smart guy. That is Mr. Tesla. Mr. Tesla, meaning Elon Musk. That is his personal roadster. That is one of his first personal roadsters. I don't know if it's the first personal roadster that he kept for himself, but it is definitely one of his personal roadsters that he kept for himself. And then he parted with that and gave up that in order to have one in space, and so that it would be more significant, not just any old Tesla in space. It would be one of his.
Now, I wanted to let you guys know that I may be coming in and out of shot today because I am cooking a wonderful pot roast for my sweetie. And I want to make sure that everything's going well. So if you see me get up, that's where I'm going.
It's a big old pot roast too. And there's just the two of us, so it's going to be
meat.
It's going to be dinner for like three nights, half a week eating pot roast.
The other half is going to be steak.
So that pretty much wraps up last week, which then Saturday except for then Saturday, instead of uploading a video and putting a video on Saneauto was on James Cox's channel with the Hazel or Ray. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're Ray. Yes, and I can't read the comment now because it's gone. Will you read the comment?
You guys make an awesome team, husband and wife. Very neat. Helping and supporting each other. Bravo. Well,
that's what you're supposed to do. Setting a good example for the rest of the... Well, and this whole community does that. This is a great community. We've noticed that about most everybody here. They all supporting and helping each other. And so y'all are also a great example to us. So we try to be a great example.
But as far as what she said, if you're married, he needs to be your best friend.
and give them great compliments like that is a great example. So Saturday we did
Camaro
the
time
live.
wants some roast. I'll put it in an envelope. We have some padded envelopes over here.
Yeah, we do, for shipping all those parts. We were on James Cox's channel for the live for the I Am a Creator.
And you did get it right, sweetie.
So
You're
awesome.
right.
So then we are of course doing the I Am Creator live ourselves right now. And on Sane Enterprises, we may do some more. You see, we're starting a schedule here because we're going to, like we said on the live with James Cox, we're going to start coordinating with him and everybody else and try to fill up these slots without a lot of overlap, so that instead of competing for live stream time and competing for audience for live stream time, we'll be cooperating to give the Sane community and the I Am a Creator community
the
maximum amount of opportunity to go on a live stream anytime they have time. There should be a live stream available for them to go on and meet and greet and network and build community.
We did
without anybody stepping on anybody's toes.
We did go to Dalton's Beat the Heat meet.
We sure did. We were doing that Saturday.
And we will have those videos starting tomorrow.
Right. And that gets us into the news for Saneauto page for next week. And I'll let you read these off. These are this is a list of the people that we met and their cars. And the film, we've got 6 of them at the Dalton Beat the Heat meet.
We have Nate Johnson. He has a Dodge Neon.
So the guys in the Mopar community, you've got a couple of Mopars to look forward to.
Matthew Teen has a Camaro. That one is particularly cool just because of some accessories he has on it.
And it's a visual, really, so you'll have to watch it and see it to see what really stands out about it.
And we have Jerry Forrest, also a Dodge Neon.
SRT4.
Yeah. Randy Goldsmith, surprise, surprise, a Dodge Ram.
Yes. So we're finally making up for skipping some of the well, we didn't skip the Dodges or the Mopars on purpose. They just weren't showing up for the shows as much as some of the Mustangs and other things. And then we did the museum for a while.
And I'm sorry, Mustang is my particular favorite. So we have Julie Johnson, her brand new 2017 EcoBoost Mustang showed up, bone stock, but loved it.
And we do have the Mopar playlist, and the 2018 World of Wheels, the big showstopper there, one of the best vehicles that we filmed there and spent the most time on was a Mopar. So you guys in the Mopar community, make sure you hit that Mopar playlist. And you've got some stuff to look forward to this week.
It seems like Camaro with surprise accessories.
And the
somebody
Mustang
knows that Camaro looks like.
Right, that's great. Because you can, when we put the Camaro up there, make sure you go to the comments and
let us know.
Yep. Spill your guts in the comments. Let's hear about it. And so we've got a Mustang, we've got a Camaro, we've got a couple of Mopars.
And we got one more car.
We've got an import.
Now, I'm going to let you guys guess what it is. It's Brandon Sanchez. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You just take a guess. What import could that be?
Yeah, y'all in the live comments, try to guess what kind of import we filmed. And I'll give you one hint that we've got to import before,
Oh, I am
and it is
so upset with
Skank Hunt 42. It's hard to keep a secret in this community. It sure is.
we have one guest, Nissan 240.
We have quite a big, diverse audience.
And I'm going to have to say, no.
No, I'll give you a hint that might make it easier for you. We did another one of these recently, and it got a bunch more views than we thought it was.
Did we film your vehicle?
Skank Hunt 42. I was at the meet. Yeah.
Let me see who you are. Because the next time I'm at the meet, I'm going to yell at you.
Oh, yeah. Well, we haven't even supported your channel yet. We're going to take care of that right now.
I did.
Ta-da.
Number 11.
Well, now that's on your account, isn't it? So I can go later on the Saneauto account and support as well. So you just picked up a couple of supporters there.
But next time, behave yourself. Now, I can see he's a gamer.
Yep. God of War 4, Xbox One, Countdown, Xbox.
Now, since I'm over here.
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I haven't done shout-outs yet. We have a lot of frequent commenters that deserve some shout-outs. And now, we did these shout-outs one time already on James Cox's channel. We kind of slid y'all in there. And
Johnny Pro says, I'm glad I wasn't at the meet. I don't want to get yelled at.
So, we have frequent commenters, Uzo Lou, Auto Dreamer 77, Broke Necks, Johnny Pro, DSW Joyride Production, Mill Hill Mud Mowers, which they have informed us we may be receiving something this week, and we will do an unboxing video of that.
As soon as it arrives.
Right, and y'all can see what it is. We're not going to tell you what it is, and y'all can see what it is. So be looking forward to that. And we'll probably do that live, either on Saneauto or Sane Enterprises. Gaming Dude, Rev and Redline, Big Bad Wolf Moto. He vlogs while he's on his Harley in Canada. Random Outdoors, Camaro Time, Rudy Mangrew Jr.
Did we get Johnny Pro?
Sure did.
Ah, right there. I see.
Yep. Easy2, Tech Tips, etc. That's Ken. David Builds Vlogs. He used to be M Magnetic Mustang. He has changed his channel name to David Builds Vlogs. So if you're having trouble finding him, that is why. He wants to be doing more than just Mustangs. So he's branching out a little bit. And you already went over who was at the meet. And of course, Mill Hill Mud Mowers hit 1,000. And I think there was one other in the live, at least one other in the live that hit 1,000. And it was, why can't I think of the name? It'll come to me later. Okay, and we went over the fact we're coordinating with James Cox on where to put everyone on the live streams during the week so that people can find your live streams and our live streams. They can get in there like we are now and support each other. Make sure that y'all are supporting each other if you hadn't already. And remember we've got somebody new in here that was at the meet, and he's got a channel, and until we supported him, he only had what, 10 subscribers connection, and you can see the feed right here on mine, so we should be okay. Do have a little bit of buffering We apologize for that. We only have so much bandwidth, and I'm sure our neighbors and stuff are watching things. Let me close out some other channels here where I was checking out other people's channels. And I was on the, this is another tip for you guys.
See, right here we went off online.
Yeah, hopefully we're back now. We have another tip for community building. We were doing this earlier this morning. Is go on Twitter, and some of you guys see Broke Necks is up here right now. I was retweeting some of Broke Necks stuff, and two others, I forget who it was, that are in the community. I retweeted some of their stuff on Twitter from our Twitter account. So your stuff is on our Twitter now.
Can you tell us, are we...
Rock Truck Rob is in the house. Hello, Rock Truck Rob. Welcome to the Sane Community, and I am a creator live. Sane Sunday. I don't need that page up. I'm closing down some pages to free up more bandwidth so that we won't be going in and out so much. There's a page I had up on Facebook of Pusa Studios, where I was copying some of their stuff and pasting it to some of our other stuff. And
okay, we're back.
So if you missed it, one of the things that I was saying is that I copied this idea from somebody else in the community. They were sharing other people's videos on Twitter and other things. So we did some of that this morning. Some more of that this morning. I had done some of it last week. And so
aw, thanks,
we shared some other people's videos on our Twitter account.
Tell your wife to check it out because we're going to have lots of cool products. I'm going to try to put some links to the really good products. So that way women don't have to be trying to figure out what's good, what's not. I'm a regular person, and I'm going to see how easy it is to apply these things. And all, you know, it's just going to be a normal person.
Yeah, one of the advantages to her, if you're into makeup and stuff, I don't know how many of you guys are into makeup, and you don't have to tell me. We won't tell. But is that she's not a makeup expert. And so the stuff that she's going to be... So if you're not an expert and you've been watching the girls that are experts do the makeup stuff, and then you try to recreate it and you can't because they're experts and their skill level is way beyond normal, their products may not work for you.
And you may not figure out how to apply them properly. But I have always had trouble with eyeliner.
If she's found a product that works well for her, you can bet it's probably going to work well for you because she's not applying this stuff with expert skill. Now, let me see if I can...
Well, let me go check that pot roast. I'll be right back, people.
Yes, and I'm going to check and see if I can get this to where y'all can see our screen. And hopefully I can do a screenshot so we can do a channel review for somebody. Now we do at least one free channel review every Sunday. And if you want to be absolutely sure that you get a channel review, a super chat will get you a channel review for sure. but the free one is just potluck. Now, who are we going to channel review, honey? We got Rock Truck Rob here. We got Camaro Time. We've got a Skank Hunt 42.
Skank Hunt?
You want to do Skank Hunt's channel? We'll pull that up so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people here who haven't seen his channel yet, so I guess that's a good one to do. Let's see what we got here. Now, this will also be a good tutorial, a how-to tutorial on how to find somebody's channel. Now, we could go to the live feed, and we could just click on the 3 tabs here where he has posted. You see that? You click on those 3 little things, and you've got all these choices here. Now, I got more choices than what y'all see. What y'all see the go to channel, the report, and stuff like that. One other thing, I don't know what it is, but on mine, I get because I'm doing the live feed, I get extra choices. I can remove somebody, I can put user in timeout, I can hide the user on the channel, or I could add somebody as a moderator, which gives them the ability to do these things as well. Or I could just click on go to channel. Now, another way to find somebody's video is you go up there. First, let me see how it spells his, yeah, Skank Hunt 42 with no spaces. So go up there, Skank Hunt, and type it into the search like you're searching for a video, and you hit that search icon, and you'll see all this stuff come up. It's still loading. Well, normally there's a tab up here that I can hit. There are filters. That's what I'm looking for. Hit filters, and you see all these different things you can select. I go to channel, and you hit channel. And then you can see nothing but channels instead of seeing a bunch of videos. Now, let's go back and see what his icon looks like.
Yeah. Taste this for me, please.
It has like a gladiator or something here on his. And I didn't see that. It's another example of how YouTube just does a terrible job of promoting small creators, because I'm doing this right and I still can't find his channel that way. So let's go back. And I will just click on his comment and click go to channel. Do it that way, because the other method is not working out. Oh, look at this.
It's just potatoes, mushrooms, celeries.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all want one? And some carrot. That's going to be good. That's going to be real good. So, I guess you can see his page. Skank Hunt 42. We're up to 12 now. He was 10 when he first came in the live chat. We're going to go to videos. We can see all the videos. I don't know why I'm not seeing the banner art.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got too. I don't think he has banner art.
I don't know. Let's see. Skank Hunt, do you have banner art and we're just not seeing it?
He's going to change his channel name soon. That's a
Okay.
good idea.
Yeah, something a little more family friendly. That will help out. Let's see. Now, you see on our Sane Enterprises, and you've got this channel art in the back. Do you have that and we're just not seeing it? Or do you just not have any channel art in the back? Okay, and then I hit videos, and it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. Is that correct? Is that what you got?
Now, I mean, these are pretty generic uh,
Thumbnails?
thumbnails. I mean, it does show you what it's about, but it doesn't tell me that it is skank times. I mean, skank hunts. Uh,
So I guess what you're saying is
videos.
it needs some branding work here. It needs something to tie these together that's consistent throughout every thumbnail. Some kind of watermark or branding or a little picture in the corner or something.
Ask Mudhill what that did for him.
Yeah, we can pull his up here. Show you what we're talking about.
Now, before we gave him a channel review, what, about 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, there was, okay, and of course, just like all of us, it's got some older videos that don't have all the new
Thumbnail
modifications
modifications.
because it's sometimes it's hard to go back and get them all. And so you can see the contrast here where the thumbnails,
Jump out at you.
yep, and they have something in here with him on the mower on each one that says MHMM on every single thumbnail, so that if somebody is doing something very similar to him and it's coming up in that search bar on the side, you can tell the difference between his videos and the other people's similar videos. And if you're a fan of him and you're wanting to watch his videos above and beyond the other people's videos of the same type of content, you can more easily find his. And it also puts consistency throughout the video thumbnails.
And I think that's really
So
important with gaming videos, especially because
there's a
there's
lot
a
of gaming
lot of
channels.
gaming channels out there.
And the people that are supporting you and wanting to see your version of that same kind of game, your version of that same type of, if you're reviewing hardware, stuff like that, and they just like the way you do it and want to see your stuff, your thumbnail could look very similar to everyone else's. Your content could be very similar to everyone else's, and if they prefer looking at your content and they can look for a little something in the corner that is always on your thumbnail and immediately know that that is your video without having to read all the text and stuff, which gets really hard on the phones. And most people are looking at stuff on the phone, sneaking around at work, have it under the desk and looking at their phone, looking at people's
Okay,
stuff.
he says refresh it.
Let's refresh that. Yep. Have it refresh. Ta-da! There we go.
That's awesome.
Recognize
like
that, don't we?
Yep, I like that.
Oh, that's from Saturday.
Yeah.
So we have channel art. Okay, and this is placed in here really well because on mobile it's going to chop it off right here. On the right it's going to chop it off right here on the left. And the front end here, the striking front end here, is still going to be visible on mobile. So that'll be a good, but that's going to get you a lot of people coming to your channel looking for automotive stuff, that kind of background. And if you're primarily gaming, then you might want to put something gaming up there.
It still looks nice.
It does still look great.
I like that.
It's great.
I just wish he hadn't outed us. That would have been nice.
It's okay. There's plenty more, excuse me, plenty of prizes left coming up next week for anybody that's watching. And we try to make more and more surprises toward the end of the video nowadays. Like some of the vehicles, we got some startups with some revving of the engine and stuff, and we put that towards the end of the video. So you'll be rewarded for watching all the way through to the end of the video. And so, God of War 4 countdown with live video. I'm assuming that is about a new God of War video game coming out that I of course don't know about because I don't game anymore. And Xbox One X countdown. I'm assuming that is a new platform, Xbox platform.
Random Outdoors is here. I didn't see him come up, but Hazel Uray
is conversing with him.
Yes.
Yeah, so hello, Random Outdoors. Welcome. Welcome to the Sane Sunday Community Building Live. And I love the way everybody is supporting everybody else. It's awesome. Steve Believe Guitar is here.
And I'm glad you're doing great.
M Trunk 85 is here. Of course, Camaro Time is here. Mill Hill Mud Mowers is here. A lot of people in the house. We're doing a channel review for Skunk Hunt 42, who has announced that he will be changing his channel name soon. He has picked up some support since he's been here, and we've got 5 videos so far on this channel, and it's already getting pretty good amount of views for a channel with less than 20 subscribers.
Mill Hill says that having your face in the thumbnail does make a difference.
Yeah, and that's the way we do it. We put our faces in there as a little watermark to make it clear that it is our video. And honestly, part of that was from not having the time to do a more elaborate watermark. And it turned out to work so well, we continued doing it that way. So, the things I would work on here, because I like to try to stick to only 3 things at once. And because if you try to make more than 3 changes at once, at least try to stick to 3 changes per week, and then maybe work on another 3 things the next week. You can get overwhelmed and then not do anything. So what I would say is do a channel art that is similar to what you did here, where the main part, the most good-looking part of the photo is in the center. That is great.
Well, Stink
And
Hunt, that's what we're here for. We're here to support each other.
if you're going to do automotive, keep this one. If you're going to stick to gaming, then put something that's gaming related up there. But do it in a similar fashion to what you did here, because that is good the way it's done. The photo, the type of photo, and where the meat of the photo is in the middle. That's good. And you could consider putting a little text on it too, because that gives you the ability. You put some text on here, you could say something about what your channel's about.
Random has
And
gotten
then
100 more supporters
the name
since
change that you're
he
already going to do.
joined the I Am a Creator community yesterday.
That is awesome. That is great. And spread the word about the I Am a Creator community and the Sane community, because we will be doing a lot of support. We will be doing more lives on Sane Enterprises. We will announce when those are. We figure out our schedule and how we can do it, and we're going to coordinate with other people that are wanting to do lives for the I Am a Creator community, so that we have a minimum amount of overlap and give the maximum amount of time for the community members to get together in the lives like we are right now and support each other like everyone's doing in the live chat right now. So the second thing, he's already planning to change the channel name.
We have Monday,
so that's two things
Tuesday, and Wednesday open.
And then,
by the way,
I would do one of two things: either add more content, make more videos, or do some kind of watermark on each video thumbnail. If you're really ambitious, you can do both.
Who wants my pot roast? Camaro time.
I want it to. And that will conclude our channel review for that. That's not what I wanted.
Well, if you're looking for something that's automotive, would not be a Saneauto. That's already taken.
And another really good automotive channel that should have included in the shout-outs, Roger Bailey in the UK does a lot of good automotive videos. Of course, be careful if you look at his automotive videos and you're thinking about doing automotive videos on your channel, and you look at his, you might just give up. It'd be really hard to match his quality of video.
And it's improved recently, by the way.
Yeah, that's why, because he not only started out doing awesome automotive videos, and we both learned from each other on automotive video making, but we've gotten some ideas from how he was doing the videos and stuff. We'll never do the videos exactly the same as he does. He's a very unique English take on it, and because he's concentrating on mostly the vehicles in England, it may be some of the same vehicles, but these vehicles are never exactly the same, because an auto manufacturer makes differences in a vehicle that they send to the UK are different from the vehicles they import to the US or export to the US. So even if they've got the same name, they're still not exactly the same vehicle. So he's doing these vehicles in the UK, and some of the vehicles they have over there we don't even have over here, or they're very rare over here, commonplace over there, and vice versa. So you do get a different take. But he's stepped up his game recently, and the videos are looking better and better. And the last one was just absolutely epic. So shout out to Roger Bailey in the UK. And one other thing we haven't done yet that I was going to do, comments, yes we are. Go to our creator studio, go to our comments, see who's commenting, and give them a shout out too. Community. In case you're wondering how to find your comments, just all in a neat row on every video that you got. I think you just saw it on the screen. You go over here, when it pops open, go to Creator Studio. Your Creator Studio pops up, go to Community, then go to Comments, and blam, there's your comments. And you can see commenting on our videos is Kid Fun Science, Construction Machines channel. Now they're new to the community, and I went and checked out their stuff, and that is some pretty cool man stuff there. And it's what it says. It's construction machines doing what they do, getting dirty in the mud. And does that sound familiar, Mill Hill? They're not as fast, and they don't sling the mud as much. They're bigger and slower. So we got TPTV, which is new, The Darkest Timeline, Twin Video Productions, which is a frequent flyer. They're here
check
pretty
the
often.
Darkest Timeline.
I will in just a second. Let me finish shouting out the ones that we didn't shout out here. We got Max Lone I give up. Max L, which I noticed they got quite a bit of racing stuff on there. So definitely car guy. Uzo Lou is a great supporter, which I think we shout him out.
Uzo Lou reminds
Frequent flyer.
every time I hear Uzo Lou, I honestly think that it's from a Greek liquor.
And Jared H was here, and then Roger Bailey was here again, and Lunatic Dad, which is new to the community.
Mad Scientist Hut is here. Jaded Diva is here. Bottle Caps is here.
Bottle Caps, isn't that the other one that went to 1,000?
I think so.
In the live the other day. Bjorn's Bags is new. Film and Gia, Tri-Film Entertainment. Pusa Studios was in our comments. Alan Oxendine. And he saw us on the James Cox Live. Felicia Crow, 93. Miss Kathy, she had some nice, well-written compliments. Kathy twice. Rosie Rose. Differing Likes. And, of course, Johnny Pro was here. So, as I outlined in the other I Am a Creator live show when we were on James Cox's channel, part of this is a result of everyone that comments on our channel. We reply to the comments. You can see I haven't replied to these yet because I do like twice a day, and I try to reply within 24 hours. And down here I've replied to Jared H, and then I went to his channel and his latest video. I watched the video and replied to that video. So a reply gets a reply, and it also gets a response on my page, and then it gets a comment on their video on their page, and they get a view to make sure that I'm giving at least as much as I got, and then you got to start paying it forward. And if everybody does this, and every time somebody gets a comment on one of their videos, they go back and all you got to do is click on the icon, and it takes you right to the channel. And you comment on one of their videos, not only do they get watch time, but they get watch time within that sweet spot of the 24 to 48 hours of first uploading the video, and that maximizes how much stimulation you give them in the algorithm. So it gives them the maximum chance of getting their video promoted. And then if they do the same thing the next day, comment back to you because you commented back to them and you comment back to them, and then more people start doing this, and it just snowballs, and then everybody is getting more and more comments, and at least as many comments as they were before, and then all the original comments get thrown in there too, and then there's this snowball of more and more and more and more comments in the community, and never any less comments. It never shrinks or goes down because everybody's commenting every time somebody comments. And I like doing this for another benefit too, and that is because, like, if I haven't thought of somebody for a while, like Pusa Studio commented down here, and if I hadn't seen any of their stuff for a while, and I see a comment in there, and then I'm like, oh, Pusa Studios, I haven't seen one of their things for a while. This is the perfect excuse to click on their icon and go see what their latest stuff is. Because Google does a terrible job of telling us when each other has uploaded something new. And that's why a lot of people are saying you need to upload your content consistently, the same amount of content on the same day at the same time of day, so people get to know when your stuff is up, because the bell is pretty much broken. You hit the support button, you hit the red button, and then you hit the bell, and then you think you're going to get notified every time somebody uploads something so that you can see their new stuff. And then you find out 2 or 3 days later, it finally notifies you that they uploaded something new, and by that time, their sweet spot is over. And yeah, it still helps stimulate their video when you go watch their video, but not as much as it would have if Google had or YouTube had notified you within 24 hours, and you could have jumped on it right away. So if everybody's commenting on everybody's videos, and everybody's hitting that icon and going back and returning the comment, then we'll be finding each other's new videos faster, and we'll be creating more stimulation on each other's videos much quicker, and it'll be much more effective.
I never get notified that he uploads something.
Did I do that without the channel thing? Oh, I did that without the channel thing, and they couldn't see what I was doing. So let's correct that. Sorry about that, guys.
Roger Bailey's here.
Hey, Roger Bailey, we were just talking about you. That was a really awesome, epic new video that you put out. And you have really stepped up your game. So, I don't know. Still trying to make sure y'all can see the screenshot. Yes, there it is. Now you can see on the screen. And this is what I was talking about. So, once we do the shout outs of the frequent commenters, that's the extra that we do. Because when you go to somebody's comment, it's a very good practice, a very good strategy. Everybody in the community that comments on your videos, not only reply to the comment, just like I did here with Roger Bailey, but then click on the icon, go to their channel, and see what their newest video is. And like I said, the bell is broken. You hit the bell, and I didn't get notified by YouTube that he had a new video, and it wasn't even his newest video that I commented on last time. But if you don't see somebody in the comments, you don't always remember. We're really busy, checking out other people's stuff. You don't always think about, oh, I haven't gone and seen what's the latest stuff. So you click on that, you go find their latest video, you watch their latest video, and then comment on their latest video to make sure you stimulate the algorithm to help them get that video promoted. and so that you can get to see what their new content is and be looking for stuff in their new content to see if they're doing good positive practices that you can do on your videos or that you used to do on your videos and you've forgotten to do, and then you can make your videos better as well. Eventually we'll all be picking up everyone else's good habits in video production, and all our videos will be better and all our production will be better. And at the same time, because we're commenting on each other's videos so much, we're stimulating each other's videos, and because we're commenting on our newest videos, they get the maximum amount of stimulation, and they'll finally get promoted a little bit by YouTube as well because they've got all this activity. And then on top of that, the extra that I do is I like to do the shout outs, like I showed you the page, the shout outs for the frequent commenters that we did earlier. And then I go down the line of here on the live and shout out everyone that's commented since I made my list. Like the Kid Fun Science and the Construction Machines channel, which is new to our community, and TPTV, and the Darkest Timeline, and the Twin Video Production, the Max Lin Reher, the Uzo Lou, the Jared H, and Roger Bailey, and Lunatic Dad. And you see what I mean? You make sure that there's just as much stimulation going out into the community as you're receiving by doing the first few steps of this strategy. And then you pay it forward by doing a little extra by shouting these people out either on your next videos or on your live. And then everybody tries to, if everybody's trying, for lack of a better way of explaining it, trying to out-help each other and trying to help more than they're being helped, then the help and the support in the community snowballs. And the help and the support grows larger and larger and larger. And that pushes our support, our subscribership up higher and higher as a community, and nobody gets left behind. And every once in a while, the other part of this strategy, like I said, when I get done doing all this with everybody that has commented, if I have any time left between full-time job of running the parts company and her full-time job of selling the insurance, outselling everyone in her office, and then her running her makeup channel and the Sane Enterprises channel and responding to everyone there. If we have any time left, we share other people's videos on our Twitter, things like that, which is a recent strategy we copied from somebody else who was sharing other people's videos in the community on their Twitter and their Facebook and things like that. Instead of just sharing their own videos, sharing other people's videos in the community. Holding these live streams where everybody can get together and support each other in the live and meet each other in the live. And if they haven't already supported each other, they can. If they have supported each other and they see each other in the live, and we shout out everyone in the live too, then they might get reminded, oh yeah, that's somebody in the community who has great content, but I haven't seen their content in a while. But now I remember because they see your name in the live comments, and then they go to your channel and you go to their channel and see their latest stuff. And we're going to be coordinating the lives with James Cox and everyone else in the I Am a Creator community and in the Sane community. And including doing lives on Sane Enterprises for everybody to get together and build the community and improve the community. You can see that we started writing things down here. And it's just barely started. That thing's going to fill up quick. So that everybody, and we'll announce the schedule when we have the schedule, so that everybody can fill up as many different slots as possible, so there'll be as many opportunities for people to go on live every day, all hours of the day, and get support, because not everybody can go on there at the same time. Not everybody has the same schedule. And we don't want everybody living all at the same time, because then they have to share the audience.
Hazel, you're right. You're
also
exactly right.
Doesn't give the community the maximum amount of opportunity to be on a live if everybody's living at the same time. James Cox works right now, so he can't live right now, so we are. And he is on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and using the I Am a Creator hashtag.
Mill Hill Mud Mowers is going to be streaming on Sunday evening. What time?
Yeah, let's put him down right now. Mill Hill Mud Mowers. Matter of fact, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to change this up a little bit, and I'm going to make this be morning up here, and this be lunchtime, and this be evenings.
Yeah.
Morning, lunch, and evening. So I'm going to move this stuff around. Mill Hill's going to be doing evenings.
5:30 to 6.
5:30 to 6 p.m. So right here, if somebody wants to do a later slot, we'll move this up a little bit, and we're going to move this down here because it's after lunch.
Yeah, well, actually, it's not after lunch. We have our lunch late on Sundays.
And these are Eastern Standard Times. Mill Hill, are you telling us Eastern? No, 5:30 to 6 Central Standard Time. So, what would that be Eastern Time? Do you know? Put here 5:30 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we see here Thursday, James Cox is on at 3 p.m.
Okay, we're an hour ahead of Mill Hill, he says. So you're gonna pick it up right after we finish?
Depends on how long we're on.
Well, we're not going to be on that much longer today because we have our roast to eat.
And I have my lunch sandwich sitting in front of me this whole time. That's not drowning us out, is it? Can you hear the music, Amy?
Yes, that's what I
think. Yeah.
Gotta get to Manhattan.
When I do my thankfulness exercise. We'll go over that on Now, and let's make
Johnny
sure we're...
Pro says he can't hear us.
Go to... Can you hear us now, Johnny Pro? Attribution not required. Especially on live stream, you don't want attribution music on there because you don't want to be having to write down the name and the name of the song and the artist, every single one that you played. See what... I love and like all music. I don't discriminate. Well, I do too, unless it has offensive material in it and is promoting the kind, well, not only the kind of bad, well, I need some more coffee, bad behaviors that I never indulged in, and some of the bad behaviors that I did indulge in, and, well, like gangster rap and stuff, that's full of bad habits and promotes bad habits. But there's just as much rap stuff that doesn't promote that kind of stuff. But as a teenager, I had a lot of bad habits, and they never brought me anything but bad returns, and they prevented growth. And the good habits have rewards, but the bad habits and the bad activities have consequences. And confused and angry young boys like I was when I was a teenager, one of the things that holds you back is listening to the bad music, which is a bad influence with the bad lyrics, promoting bad behaviors. And you've got to get away from that to fix yourself and to improve yourself and to help yourself become like when you start having children and you become a dad and everything. And so you need to distance yourself from any of that and start filling yourself with things like where James Cox and I were going over, and I had the stack of some of my books that I started reading back then, and filling your head with that kind of stuff and listening to better music with better lyrics if you're going to listen to music at all. Yes, Mill Hill Mud Mowers. Yeah, we all start out, well, most of us start out lost. I did meet a few people who just learned early on, and my sister was one of those. She started out with a lot of really good habits, and instead of improving and to the point where she started her own business, and from 21 to 35 I met all my goals. My goal was, I'd had children and stuff, and my goal was to become a millionaire by the time I was 40. I managed to do that by the time I was 35. Well, when I started making that transition, she did the complete 180, and she did the opposite, and she went from being the golden child and college and making good grades and all that kind of stuff and staying out of trouble, uh, which was me. And then I did a 180, and I became the responsible one, and she went on welfare. So, you know, it happens. You know, sometimes people start out with a lot of good habits and they turn around, or they carry that through their whole life. And so what I try to do is I try to look at the people's habits when they were doing the best and copy the best habits that are getting them the best results. And to the point where I don't have time anymore for any bad habits or bad behaviors, because I've filled my daily routine with so many things that meet the requirements that I have set for myself. Because if you don't set requirements for yourself, if you don't confine yourself to a set of requirements that you made up, then somebody else will. That's nice. Oh, that's heavenly.
To eat.
That's nice. But one of the requirements I set for myself is the activities that I do throughout the day. Do they make money? Do they save money? Or do they improve our health, wellness, or our living conditions, our working conditions, something like that? If it doesn't meet those requirements, then I shouldn't be doing it. You know, and reading those books meets one of those requirements. And you don't have to read the books anymore. There's so many channels like Sane Enterprises and other self-help channels that go over the content that's in those books and stuff that we didn't used to have when I bought all those books. That you can get some of the content there, but there's still a benefit to just reading, not the least of which is if you have insomnia like I do, you can pick up a book and start reading through a chapter, and it can help you overcome insomnia. Because it's not like reading on a screen where you have that light in your eyes. The light that you have behind you hits the page, and it's much softer, and you can just bore yourself to sleep.
Well, it's time for us to leave.
Yeah, and we'll go over a lot more of that on Sane Enterprises. That's what that whole channel is going to be about. That way, this channel can be more about the automobiles and the automotive stuff. And the Sane Enterprises can be more about the self-help and the good habits and the improvement and growing your channel. How we can apply all that knowledge and those techniques from the real world businesses that we run to...
Okay, Camaro Time wants us to do a...
the channels.
Channel review for...
Camaro Time. Fixing to have to go here. Wife needs to... Okay, yeah. Got it. Got it. Doing any more channel reviews? One of your take on mine. Okay. Let's take a look at Camaro Time's channel review. We do just enough to do like 3 things
and we need
that he can concentrate on next week. This channel reviews helps us too, because it reminds us what we need to do on our channels as well. Because we all need to be doing the same kind of things to improve our channels. And see, it worked this time where I go on there and I type it in, and then the channel comes up, and then go to the channel without having to use the shortcut of the live feed, because you're not always looking at a live feed to find somebody's channel. Sometimes you're not doing a live and you can't just use the shortcut. So here we go, Camaro Time. And I like to hit videos here. Now, if you'll notice, there's a little red mark across here, under some of the videos. I don't know if you've ever noticed that when you're looking at somebody's channel. What that lets you know is that I recently watched that whole video. And some of these videos I've watched, but it wasn't as recently, so the little red mark is gone. And this one, the red mark down here all the way to almost the very end, I watched that much of the video. If I clicked on that, it would start right there at the end. So just another little side point in case you were wondering how to tell when you're checking out people's videos and you don't remember which ones you watched and which ones you didn't recently, because you're wanting to, you've already, like that one's 15 hours ago. That one, if I was coming back from a comment and wanted to watch and comment on one, I would pick that one, and because it's the latest one and needs the most stimulation. Now, first of all, lots and lots of content, so we can all learn something from this. Lots and lots of videos is like if you're trying to get power out of an engine and you're building an engine, the power in your channel, the power in an engine, number one, cubic inches. The larger the engine, the more power it has the potential to build. But cubic inches alone doesn't do it. But it does mean that everything you do to make that engine more powerful, if it's got more cubic inches, it's multiplied by the amount of cubic inches that that engine has. So if you put a supercharger on a 1.4 liter, that supercharger is going to multiply 1.4 liters worth of power. Whereas you put a supercharger on a 4.7 liter, then you're multiplying 4 liters of power. You're going to end up with a lot more power. Well, the number of videos that you have put on your channel is like the number of liters in your engine. And then when you do things like improving your thumbnails, it's like putting that turbocharger or supercharger on there. And if you do what we were talking about, putting some kind of branding on the thumbnails, I noticed that he's already got his face in here on a lot of the videos. It would make it easier to make the consistency of branding by taking the photo like we did and put a face in the corner of the ones that don't have your face, and then you wouldn't have to do all of them. Or you could just blanketly go over all of them and put some kind of watermark or icon or something that it's, as long as it's the same watermark, the same icon. Like right here, this one says Camaro time over top of the Camaro with the red Camaro. You could maybe consistently go through here and put a little picture in some corner somewhere of the red Camaro over everything. If you don't want to be typecast and stuck to that in case you ever get a different Camaro or something later on, you could just do some kind of watermark where it says Camaro time, put it in the corner somewhere of every video. I don't know how I did that, but and then that's like putting the supercharger or turbocharger on your, because you got plenty of videos. I mean, I'm not saying you should stop. Never stop. Keep putting content on, because if you don't continue to put content on, YouTube sees you as like a died out channel. So you can continue to put content on, but then, and channel art, the channel art looks really good on the computer. Keep in mind, on mobile, most people are watching on their phone now. On mobile, it's going to chop off almost the entire front end of this Camaro here to the left, and it's going to chop off around half of the front end of this red Camaro SS on the right. You're pretty much going to see this headlight in here and this wheel. So keep that in mind in case you wanted to improve that. And the name is good and short and easy to remember. I mean, it's one of the easiest to remember names that we've had in the community. We've never had a problem remembering, oh, Camaro time. So that's great. We can all learn something from that. Keep your, like engineers in engineering school, one of the first things they learn in college and engineering school is keep it simple, stupid. You know,
That is the best selling tool.
yeah, and we talk about that in sales training too. You steal some of the good habits of the engineers, and one of the good habits is that saying, "Keep it simple, stupid." You want to keep in sales or marketing, any of that kind of thing. Keep it simple, easy to remember, easy to understand. So kudos for that. So what I'm saying is, you might consider improving the channel art to maximize it for mobile. It looks great for PC, but try to maximize it for mobile, and do some kind of consistent branding throughout all the thumbnails. Other than that, the thumbnails look great. There's lots of text and flashy stuff, and things to draw you in. You can see the cars, you know kind of what the video is going to be about, and very telling. And then one other thing, so we want to try to, the magic of threes, 3 things to work on. What do you think, honey?
I would put a little bit more
What about playlists?
diversity in colors, maybe.
Oh, look here though. We got red, we got yellow, we got black with red on it. We got red with black on it.
Yeah, but in the majority we have yellow. Yellow.
Oh, as far as the text.
Yeah.
The majority of the text is yellow. And so you like to see a little bit more diversity in the color of the text. And but let's take a look at the playlist. See how diverse playlist already. It's already got lots of playlists. And car shows has only got 1 video in it. So maybe that's the only video he has of car shows. But liked videos is at the beginning when you go to playlist. If you can change that, if you can figure out how to change that, you might want to move liked videos to something else so that it isn't the very first one that comes up. See which one of your playlists is performing the best and try to put it up as the first one. If you can figure out how to do that. I can't tell you how to do that. Every time I try to do that, I have to relearn it because for some reason I have a mental block and I can't remember. I do it so infrequently. I hardly ever move my playlists around. So maybe that would be a good thing for me to make a video of that on Sane Enterprises when I figure out how to do it again, how to move your playlists around. And maybe I can make a video of that and put it on Sane Enterprises so that not only y'all can see how to do it, but then when I go to do it 6 months from now and I can't remember, I can watch my own video. I've got a couple of videos like that on Saneauto right now that's not really automotive. It's about how to do some stuff on the eBay store and how to do some stuff with your channel, just mundane, boring stuff like that. Not very many of them yet, but a few of them. And I'll port those over to Sane Enterprises, and I myself go back, look at my own videos. That's another tip you can do. You can put some videos on your channel that teach you how to do things that you seem to forget, and then you can go back and watch your own videos. All right. And so there's playlists on vlogs, there's playlists on car stuff, a playlist on car shows, your pets, 5th generation Camaro, tips and help, forum video question posts, 4th generation Camaro. And I see some of these playlists are very inviting to me myself. I'm sure they'll be inviting to other people. I'd like to go through all the tips and helps and see what all you have there. There's 16 videos there when I get time, and just so that means it's a very good playlist, because if it's inviting like that and just the name of the playlist makes you want to watch it, and who doesn't want to see more tips and help, especially if they've got a Camaro? And if they've got a 5th generation Camaro, they might want to watch this playlist to learn more about the 5th generation Camaro that they have. Honestly, the closest thing I have to Camaro is the Corvette that we have. in our personal collection right now. And I haven't even finished it yet. I gotta do all the interior stuff. Drivetrain and stuff is done. Alright, so Camaro time, doing good. Channel art. Brand your thumbnails. Maybe move your playlist around a little bit to get your best ones up in the front. And that should be enough to work on for 1 week. Branding, when you got this many videos, branding your videos and making a consistent branding on each thumbnail can keep you busy for a month alone. Alright, appreciate you letting us go over your channels and spending a bunch of time with us and hanging out with us this Sunday. We love seeing y'all every Sunday, and we enjoy hanging out with you. And we hope to see you again Sunday, and in the meantime, during the week, we hope to see you at Sane Enterprises for live. And keep letting us know when you're going to be doing lives and stuff like that. We will put the schedule together and try to share it with everyone. So, see y'all later. Skank Hunt 42, M-Trunk 85, Random Outdoors, Roger Bailey, Rock Truck Rob, Johnny Pro, Random Outdoors, Hazel Array, Mad Scientist Hut, Bottle Caps, Mill Hill Mud Mowers, Camaro Time, Johnny Pro. I think I hit most everybody and a few people twice. Alright guys, y'all have a good one. Get off the couch and get dirty.